Hello. Beginning the double exposure tutorial. A lot of little steps here, so a lot of work to get through. So let's pay attention. First off, I'm gonna make sure our layers tab is down. I've got all these files open. I'll show you what they are. But very first thing you want to do is we're going to make a new file. This one's going to be an 8 by 10 and set the resolution at 150. Every image that we open, we're going to reset the resolution to 150 to make it match. So we'll just set that up. We hit OK. There we go. And now I'm going to open up my images for the double exposure. As you see, I've collected all these texture images. These are all student photos that I'm borrowing for this assignment. But you need to make sure that all the shots you use are shots that you took. So we're going to open up the portrait, open that, and then all these photos down here are just texture shots that I'm going to try and see what they look like. So starting with this one, I'm going to just resize the image, open up to 150, and then I'm going to click and drag that over. It's still a little bit big, but I'll just shrink it to fit. Just going to minimize with Control minus. Hold my Shift key when I resize it, so that way all my proportions stay the same, and then just center it like so. So I see I have two layers there. I'm now done with this one, so I'm going to exit that out. No, I don't want to save any changes to that. Oh, I forgot to do that. And then we're off and running. So I'm going to open up this one. Oh, I keep forgetting to press enter. I'm going to drag this, resize this image first. Go to image, resize, image size, make sure the resolution is 150. This one seems a little pixelated, so I'm going to go ahead and exit that out and not use that one. Pull this one up, image, and I'm not going to sit there and talk through all my steps, but make sure you guys see it. And I'm just going to drag that and put that in there too, so I can see my layers. This is where we're going to get a lot of layers going. Since I'm done with that, exit that. But pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going to try different textures and see which gives me the best results, and things like that. So right now I've got two layers, and I'm going to add one more. Let's add this one here, image. Cool. All right, so let's drag that in, and then I'll just stretch that out a little bit. If it looks pixelated, that you just hit enter, and it just cleans itself up. So make sure this layer is on top, and then we'll shrink this down. Put that like that, and fill it up like that. Good, good. All right, perfect. Now, things to do with this first layer, this portrait layer. I can leave it as is, and I'm going to actually hide one of my texture layers. So if I hide this, you can only see that this is here. I'm going to stretch this one to fill the frame as well. Just kind of fill that background like that. And then what I can do with this particular layer here, I can click on where it says normal, and I can go down to where it says screen. No, not that one. Sorry, I have the wrong layer. Let's click this one and then click screen here. And then you see how it ghosted out pretty quickly for me, which is kind of nice, so I can see the image behind it. To make this screen look a little bit better, though, this is a quick way to do that. You can take the eraser and make sure that you not the eraser. I'm sorry. You can take the brush tool, and we can add a white background all the way around to it. Just white it all out if we want to. If you chose a black background, then we would leave it at black, but if I take this white background and then choose to put a screen there, you can see how it says stays solid white. I can also duplicate the layer and kind of make more of a screen there. I can also take the original layer, duplicate it, hit OK. Screen the first layer, and then take this layer and just change the opacity a little bit. And then I can start moving that around and try to get more of that double exposure look with different textures and things like that. But pretty much when you work with these layers and work with these backgrounds, I can change the opacity on this a little bit more too to get more of that showing through. The point is, you want to see the texture behind it. You want to see the layer behind that as well, and make sure that everything is kind of working the way you want it to, and creating that cool little design effect that you're looking for the double exposure. And that's pretty much what we're looking for. And you can switch different ones. So if I hide that one and bring this one up and start moving that one around, Let's see, let's hide this, and let's bring this up and put it right there. Let's shrink it down a little bit. And so we can see what this one looks like. Let's pull this around and play it in like this. Bring these two back, and then I can still move that around, move that layer around and rotate it around and see what effect I'm getting. Kind of like that. Then when I zoom in, I've got that double exposure effect going. And I also have like different other ones that I could put in the background too. So just to see what I can come up with. And I'm not going to just settle because I think it looks cool right away. I'm going to try to see what all my layers look like, and then drop that one in. Let's hide that one. We'll resize this. We can do that as well. And since that has color in it, we can have that effect, and just put things in like that and see what that looks like. And keep playing with it and try to get this double exposure thing working. There was another one that I wanted to check out. No, that's not it. I had something with green in it. Yeah, let's try this one. So I'm going to put this in, see what it looks like. And obviously you can play and play and play and try different things. And drop that in. Let's hide that layer and choose this layer and move that around. And then move this back down because I accidentally moved it up. Line that back up like so. Got a little double vision. There we go. And then with the green showing in behind it. And of course you could adjust the layers and contrasts and all those fun things too, and try to get the cool things happening that you're trying to get happening. But we're going for the double exposure. Nice clean looking background, either light or dark, and things like this. And while you're working, if you're not done editing, when you go to File, Save As, make sure you save it as a PSD. So that means all your layers will save and you can go back and edit again. Once you're 100% done and you know you're done, then you're saving as a JPEG and turning it in via My Big Campus. But remember, this is not due until next Friday. And then what I'm going to do next is show you some examples of, I want you to compare your work to this work, and if your work looks like that, then you're done. If it doesn't quite look like that, then we have some work to do. All right? Right now, here are some examples of professional grade double exposures, and this is kind of the quality I hope you guys are trying to achieve with your photos. As you can see the blend of texture and portrait, and some of these are really well designed in how they control the negative space, as well as combining both features and how they control the values as well. So really be creative with this. Try to make it worth looking at. These will be kind of fun and to put together, but really work at putting these together to create this amazing portrait that is just a lot of fun to look at and really wow us with what you're able to conceive and see and conceptualize. There's a lot of potential behind this, and as a finished product, we're going to print all of these off and post them around the room as full-page prints, so they'll be on display for us to see and evaluate and do all these cool things with. So obviously you can choose color or black and white or a blend of both, and how you put it all together is entirely up to you, but it requires a little bit of time, a little bit of patience and understanding. Don't rush through the project. It's due Friday and we have several days in the Photoshop lab to put this together, so make sure that you're taking your time, putting it all together and really having wonderful results with your end product. Go have fun.